This is Stephen Frew. How y'all doing? Hey, I've been thinking a lot over the last 150 years, actually. Very early in my life, I started thinking about what makes healthy families and what makes healthy marriages. And eventually, I got into psychotherapy with a good man and a good group of people and learned a bunch of stuff. So this series that I've developed called The Scaffolding of Marriage, and now being another part 3, and I'm going to tell you about the 3 parts of this series. What's happening is I'm doing a lot of talking with my partner, Lynn, and with people in the men's group and people that I see about really what is a marriage. You know, we in the culture think we know, and we talk about it, and if you take a microphone out to your local food store, you'll get a bunch of definitions, and you already know them. And then if you were able to sit invisibly in a lot of different psychotherapy offices, you'd hear some of the major issues that people bring to a coaching or counseling session. For example, we argue about money. And one of the partners will say, well, you know, my partner isn't very good about money, and we're always broke, or we have credit card debt, and blah, blah, blah. So they go into a therapist's office, which also costs money, and they try to find some competencies for dealing with each other around money. That's a huge thing in a marriage. And then we also talk about space. Her space, my space, our space, what that looks like in a relationship over time, how you deal with space. And the third thing you talk about is use of time, schedules, and how they interact with each other. You get those 3 areas, money, space, and time, and you'll have a lot of time in a therapist's office working out the issues around them. Because all of our images, all of our work around those 3 issues really come from early developmental experience in our families and in the culture, the way we were schooled, the way we were churched, the way we were socialized in so many different ways. All 3 of those issues are going to come in and come out. Now that's all legit and the good work of the good therapists that they do. Now there's another issue though, which is why do marriages so seemingly easily fail? Why do we lose a vision that we had when we connected originally? Why is that vision pale? People have other explanations. They'll say, well, you know, it's not human. You just love one person. I love many persons. Or they'll say, well, relationships tend to stale over time. There's a lot of reasons. We're going to talk about those reasons. We're going to talk about the why. Why would we do this? And then also about the latest development in scaffolding, which I think you're going to find exciting. This is Stephen Frew. Thanks for listening.